Welcome back to Third Shot Podcast. Another great episode in store for you. But as always, please head on over to our social media, Instagram and Facebook. Look us up at Third Shot Podcast, or head on over to YouTube, look up Third Shot Podcast, and you can watch us, see our beautiful smiling faces, because we get to do what we love, and that's talk about pickleball. Uncle, how you been?
I am super good. Excited for tonight.
So am I. We got a familiar face joining us tonight.
We do. And we got a familiar drink. I'm back to my Jack Daniels.
Your favorite.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How are you doing, Brigie?
I'm doing well. Been busy. It's the start of the semester, so it comes just with chaos at work and all the fun events that's happening on campus with the students and welcoming them back and just making sure that they have a good time, because got to keep them there on campus.
Yeah, well, I saw that the first football game is coming up, and I believe that it's free for all students.
Yep. So soon, I think it's this coming weekend, we will be having our first match, and they try to get as many students there as possible. Our campus is so unique because our stadium isn't in like the general vicinity of our campus. So it's a little bit tough to get students there, and there's so many other things going on in Vegas. So we have a lot of competition when it comes to having students show up to our events. But they do what they can. They schedule shuttles and stuff like that, which makes it really helpful for students to park at the school and then shuttle over using the bus system to Allegiant Stadium. It's not too far, but nobody wants to drive and deal with the traffic and pay for the parking. So I think the shuttle is a good option for them.
That's nice. That's great that the school's doing that.
Yeah. Good school spirit.
Yeah, I mean, some of the funnest times when I come to Vegas is we go, to the football games, and then we also go to the basketball games. Either way, both of them are really fun. But Allegiant Stadium is so gorgeous to watch a football game.
Yes, I think the athletes probably feel very fortunate to be playing in such a nice stadium.
I hope so. Plus, you got a lot of new players this year. UNLV has a ton of new players, new coaching staff. I mean, it's a new era at UNLV. I'm excited to see what happens.
We'll see. And we'll have to have you back out here so we can go to some more games, because the only reason why I was going was to hang out with you and Auntie and to go watch Amanda with her dancing. So we got to keep up the tradition, I think.
Yeah, we'll definitely check out some games this season. That'll be fun.
Yeah. So what have you been up to?
I have just been up to doing a little traveling, celebrating a birthday, so that was fun.
Yes.
Family got to come over and hang out with me and do a little celebration, and food was a big part of it. Went to a Giants game, so that was also fun. Yeah, so it's been a lot of family things going on. I miss you. I wish you were here with us.
I do miss those big celebrations we used to have when we all lived in a closer area, but we'll have to celebrate next time you're here in Vegas. But happy belated birthday. Everybody go on to Third Shot Uncle Greg and wish him a very happy birthday.
Yeah, come on. Give me some crazy posts. I want to see somebody's gonna win something with the craziest post. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, in celebration form, we'll have to give out a gift for it or something.
we, we definitely will. But we gotta see some really creativity. We gotta see some fantastic birthday crazy stuff.
Can't wait.
And you will appreciate one of the things we did during the celebration is we played Pictionary.
Ooh, I love a good match of Pictionary. Who won?
Um, Sydney and Tristan won.
That doesn't surprise me. Sydney is a fantastic artist.
Yes, Tristan is as well, and they were just
Oh,
on it. They just blew us away.
crushing it.
Auntie and I, we did really well, but we kept rolling one. Every time we got one right, we
Oh,
kept rolling a one. We weren't moving. It was worst thing possible, but we had oh my gosh, so many laughs.
that is so funny. One of my favorite memories of Auntie was when we played Pictionary at my grandma's house, and everybody's drawing a rectangle with the money sign in it. And somebody guesses money and we're like, yeah, 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 you win. And she goes, what? And she was drawing a monkey instead of money, or maybe it was the other way around, but it was so funny. I was dying laughing at like little 8-year-old me just having a ball, thinking that's like the funniest thing ever. But I love
We had a very similar, it wasn't Andy this time, but another player, yeah, was drawing the wrong clue. And then
that.
somebody did it right, and they're going, "What? Wait, what? What?"
That's too funny.
But Auntie knows me so well. The word was tilt, okay?
Mm,
And what do you think she drew me?
a stilt minus the S.
No,
Aw, I don't know what.
she drew me a pinball machine shaking,
Oh, that is so smart.
and that's what I totally got
You
that,
got it.
right? So we won.
Yeah.
We won tilt.
Oh my gosh. That is a tough word too, I feel like, to draw out in Pictionary.
Yeah, but
You
she
really
nailed
gotta
it.
know your partner.
She knew me. It was an all play, and we got it.
That's amazing.
Well, I have to ask you because we have Greg Ballard coming in from Pickleballers Next Door podcast. He's one of the co-hosts. I have to ask you before we bring him in, what is your favorite thing about podcasting? We've been doing it now for what, 2+ years. So we've got a lot of episodes under our belt now. What do you enjoy about podcasting? I said pickleballing, that too, but podcasting about pickleball.
Everything. Podcasting, at first, I used to get like super, super nervous before the shows or before the recordings because it was so new to me. And I felt a little bit of pressure working with you and Russ because you're professionals at this. But I have developed such a strong passion and love for podcasting, especially the format that we do when we get to interview different guests and really get to know their stories and their backgrounds. And I think just making those connections within the pickleball community and being able to hear what these people are doing in their small communities of pickleball and how that can like reach out and reach other people and kind of inspire others and just build that network of pickleball players, and to be a part of that and facilitating it, I think that that's so fantastic and so much fun. And there isn't one interview that we've done where I left feeling like could have gone without talking to that person. I never feel like that. I always leave kind of feeling rejuvenated and just kind of inspired by all of these people.
Don't you look forward to it? Like, every time we have an interview scheduled, don't you really look forward to meeting that person, talking to that person, finding out what their backstory was?
I do, yeah. And then once they share something exciting with us, when that exciting thing happens in their life and we get to follow up with them because now they're a part of the Third Shot family, and it's like we get to have all of these mini celebrations constantly because of these people doing such amazing things out there.
It is really so cool that we built that Third Shot family. It's so
Yeah.
large now, with all the different people we've met and friends of friends that we've met, contacts that we've met. I think of Tyler over in Hawaii that was on probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago with the Leva bags. And then I said, "Hey, I'm going over to Hawaii." And he hooks me up with all of his buddies, like all of his friends. And, I had a match over there. They took care of me. They're inviting me to multiple days. Like, all of a sudden you're part of his family, his pickleball family. And
Right.
we have experiences like that all over the country where people are inviting us and we're meeting new people, or friends of friends of friends are coming on the show because they have something to do with pickleball. It's amazing the network that has grown because of this podcast.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more with that. What's
Yeah.
your favorite part aside from all of the network building that we've gotten to do?
Yeah, it's very tough because there's so many cool things. Obviously, Greg, who's gonna be on the show today, became a close friend. I consider Greg a really close friend. We've traveled, we've met each other, we've hung out, we've eaten, we've drank together, we've played pickleball tournaments together. I mean, so developing friendships to that level is special, right?
It really
Before we
is.
did the podcast, before pickleball came into my life, it was a lot more difficult to build friendships like that. Now, the podcast was the stimulus to get Greg and I together. He was a listener before he was anything else, and now he's a podcaster, right? Isn't that wild? Because
Love
of his
that. Yeah.
experience of being on our show, and I'll let him tell his story, but I have a feeling we contributed a little bit, at least, to him wanting to podcast himself. Meeting with different businesses that, ask advice. And because of the business podcast that I do with Russ and being in a business owner myself for so long, I really appreciate that we've developed a strong enough relationship with our guests where they can just come to us and ask us our advice on, like, what should I do? How do I go about doing this? And hopefully we give them good advice, and it helps them in their journey.
I think so. I think we do give them some good advice, or at least we get to be the sounding board that helps them make decisions or to maybe sparks a new idea for them. So, yeah, it is a very special thing that we get to do.
It's so gratifying. Like, every
It
time we
really
get the
is.
feedback that thank you, or, we really appreciate that, we took your advice, anything like that, we were a little piece. That they're
Yeah.
doing all the heavy lifting, they're doing all the hard work, but if we can just be a little piece to help them along, then I just smile and I go, gosh, that's what makes me feel good about doing this.
Yeah. We're fortunate. And I
We
can't wait to hear Greg's story now. He's got some great stuff going on.
He does. Well, let's bring Greg in. Greg Ballard from Pickleballers Next Door is going to join us as we shuffle him into the show. Gives everybody an opportunity to go to our social media platforms, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. Go look us up at Third Shot Podcast on X, or formerly known as Twitter, Third Shot Pod. Go check out our YouTube channel, Third Shot Podcast, and definitely go to our website. We always have some cool stuff at thirdshotpodcast.com. We appreciate everybody's support, and thank you for all the likes and subscriptions. Hey, you know what? Speaking of subscriptions, we got a new podcast for you guys to listen to, and we got the co-host, Greg Ballard from Pickleballers Next Door, joining us now.
Hey, thanks for having me. I love being on this show. Okay. It's always a pleasure.
It's so good to see you again and to catch up. But before we get into it, let's do a little toast to you, Greg, and your new podcast, Pickleballers Next Door. Cheers.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, I
That's a
love
sweet
the
sticker there.
sticker. Cheers.
Woo. I told Brigie, Greg, that I'm going to be drunk by the end of the show because I'm hitting the hard stuff tonight.
Do it. What do you have?
I'm drinking the Jack,
Heck yeah.
but I'm doing double shots on each one of them. So, it's instead of third shot, we're doing 6 shots tonight.
I mean,
Just for you.
3 times 2, baby.
I still remember the day that we met. We were at Sunset Park in Las Vegas. We were practicing to get ready for a tournament. It's the first, you and I met through the podcast, and we said, hey, let's go meet in Vegas. Let's get a one night of practice in before the tournament. And you bring out these little, what do they call them? The hotel little bottles, right? The little shot bottles.
Yeah, 'cause we
brings
have
out a whole bunch of these, right? And he goes, come on, I'm going to film this. We got to shoot it. But I'm like, we're practicing. I'm just going to fake it. So I faked drinking it, but I kept the cap on. And then he goes and posts it, and everybody's complaining like, oh, man, what's wrong with this guy? He's not even drinking. He made me look like an idiot. Like, I still remember that.
Hey, sometimes you got to. Sometimes you got to keep it real. Yeah. That tournament was a blast. That was the, what? I don't even remember what tournament it was. Oh, the Shamrock Open.
Yeah,
Like 4 years ago, yeah? No, it wasn't that
I
long
think
ago.
2 or 3.
Yeah, because I've only been playing for like 3.5, so it'd be weird. Yeah.
Well, Greg, you were so much fun, and it was so great to have you out here. Vegas suits you so well. But tell everybody what you've been up to since then, and a little bit about Pickleballers Next Door.
All right. Well, I was working at a an indoor facility here in Colorado called Third Shot Pickleball.
Good
Oh.
name.
It's pretty good. And then my friend opened a pickler, and so I worked at the Third Shot for a year, and then they opened up the pickler. I moved over there. In the meantime, I worked the front desk. One of the coaches was coming in, and his lesson was late, and we're dinking the ball around. We're just BSing and shooting the bull, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast with me?" And I was like, "Yes, 100% yes." And he's like, "All right, let's go." And he goes, "I have this and I have that and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Man, this just seems too good to be true." And he's like, "Meet me down here and downtown on the 16th Street Mall, and I'll show you everything." I was like, "All right, cool." So I take my wife, Kate, with me because, like, if I'm going to get killed, she's going to. That's love, man. That's love.
Yeah,
That's
solidarity.
So we go into his little office, and I'll be damned if he didn't have everything. And then he was like, "I also have this space upstairs. We go, come check it out." And so we go up the elevator, and doors open up, all marble floors, and this whole glass facing of this, what used to be a jeweler. And he's like, "This is where I want to put a pickleball court." And I'm like, "Okay, like, how's that gonna work?" And so he just starts running it down, and like, it just, I don't know, it just blew my mind because I was not expecting him to actually have this stuff.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. And so from there, it just kind of, we did some planning. It took us about a year to actually like release a podcast. And I don't know, it's been a journey for sure. It's been a journey. And thanks to you guys, the first one was kind of a mess, but the other one I was on, it was a lot of fun and I love doing it. So, I mean, that's it. I love doing it. So
we're kind of like your pusher for podcasting. Like we get you addicted to it, and then you
yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. I get it.
I thank you for my addiction.
Yeah, you are addicted to it. You showed me pictures of the studio you guys have created. A sweet studio. I mean, like real professional equipment. I mean, it's quality. But you also take your show on the road. Tell a little bit about the premise of the show.
All right, so we are we say we're for the Joes and not the pros. So we are all about the average, everyday pickleballer. So if you're out on a court playing somewhere and you're a 2-0, you're a 3-0, you're a 4-5, whatever, as long as you're not a pro, we're basically for you guys, right? We talk about not paddle reviews. We talk about no pros. I mean, it's inevitable you'll talk about pros. So they're on there every once in a while, just kind of like, "Hey, did you see this? What an idiot." Or "How cool was that?" or whatever. And then we just move on. But basically, we talk about stuff that you would talk about on the court with Susie that just is like out there and hitting the ball out all the time.
So you're doing this remotely though.
I will be doing it remotely.
Okay.
For now, we kind of travel together. We haven't really gone too much outside of Colorado, but when I hit the road, we're going to be all over the place. So we go to courts. This is what we've talked about: going to courts around the country, playing with people, talking to the people on the courts, and putting the people that we talk to on the courts on the podcast. How did you start pickleball? Where, what's your favorite paddle? What's your favorite place to play? Have you played anywhere else? Just, it's kind of that kind of stuff. We've done like a show just purely on etiquette. And we had some beginners. We have a lot of beginners that listen. So we've talked about terms that you would use on the court, like pickleball terms. And I mentioned Nasty Nelson, but didn't really go in depth. And I was like, hey, don't really want to do a Nasty Nelson, but if you ever see my mom, you can ask her what a Nasty Nelson is, because I will Nasty Nelson her all the time.
I think it's hilarious that you did an episode on etiquette, Greg, because like you of all people are the one that just wants to drill people.
Yeah.
Like strangers, you will go after them.
Yeah. So my license plate on my car is body bagger.
That's so funny.
I do love a good body bag, but if you give them out, you have to be willing to take them. And so I'll body bag someone and be like, oh, sorry. Not really. And then people will body bag me like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, dude, it's part of the game, man. Let's go. I'll get you back. I owe you.
So was that brought up in your episode about etiquette? Did someone mention body bagging, or was that left out of the conversation?
No. Body bagging was definitely in it. Nasty Nelson, I was like, man, you're gonna throw some fists if you try and Nasty Nelson somebody. If you don't know them and you're not joking around and stuff. Like Nasty Nelson is probably something you do not want to do. So I didn't really go into what it was.
Well, coincidentally, the night that you had me doing shots at the court, some dude from out of town was trying to body bag us like literally every game.
Yes, and he hit the ball a ton too.
He did. Like, I mean, it had to be coming at us, 150 miles an hour. And he was like so accurate, just trying to drill it. There was one shot, Brigie, where he tried to body bag me, and I did the full-on Keanu Reeves Matrix to get out of the way. Like, it was the craziest thing. Like, I don't know how it missed me, but I saw the ball going over my face as I was heading backwards.
I'm happy you got out of the way.
I remember that. But didn't he also try to hit you or me or something?
All the time. He was trying to nail us every time. Like, I don't even think he tried to get the ball in.
Yeah, he was
half the time he just wanted to hit us. Yeah.
It was funny. It was funny for sure. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I need to get back to Vegas.
Yeah, you absolutely do. And you can interview people while you're here, because there's, you got Sunset Park and plenty of other courts to interview at. When you look for people to interview, are they pretty open to being on the show, or have you noticed that people are a little bit hesitant to want to be on the podcast?
I've noticed some people getting really hesitant. Oh, I've never done this before. I'm really nervous. Yeah. And I'm like, trust me.
We'll make you sound good.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Once you get on, just pretend like it's just you and me talking,
Right.
And then they get on and I'm like, oh, that was so much fun. And, I was like, told you, we're good.
I think we had a very similar conversation with you on your first one.
Yes. And it was, and look at me now.
Exactly.
Look at you now.
I'm a junkie.
I'm so happy that your first experience with us didn't scare you away from podcasts. It made it, it caused you to like, hey, I'm looking, when the opportunity arose, you went for it.
Yeah, without hesitation. Because he was like, you want to do it? I was like, yes. I was like, excuse my language. I was like, F yes. I won't even say it. I was like, F yes, let's do this. So, and then it's all been, I don't know, however you want to see it, uphill or downhill from there. Yeah, I love it. And, when I started at the Pickler, I was checking some guy in, and he was like, I've heard you sound familiar. And I was like, I don't know, man, I've never met you. And he goes, you have the podcast. And I'm like, yeah, I do. So it's nice to start getting my voice recognized. So
isn't that cool?
It is. It's really cool. I love it to death.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what about you as a player? What's up in the future for you? Have you been doing tournaments, or what's been going on?
So the podcast is kind of hooked up with the group here that owns the territory for the Pickler.
Okay.
And I know that's kind of like conflict of interest for you, Greg, but they also own this tournament series called the Rocky Mountain Pickleball. So they had a tournament in Denver, they had a tournament in Steamboat, and they're going to have a tournament in Grand Junction here in a few weeks. And so we go out there and we do all that stuff too. So it's been great. So we're doing all of that stuff. So this week we're going to have a show coming out where my friend, the owner of this pickler, is a Duper certified. He teaches for Duper, talks about their algorithms and how everything works for Duper. Was just in Boston teaching Duper to the clubs out there. And we have him on kind of going more in depth about Duper, because you know how some people are, just some people hate Duper and I don't understand why this is this way. And he kind of just goes a little bit more in depth on Duper.
That's so cool. That's a great topic because the whole duper thing is so polarizing. You're going to get a lot of interest in that topic, which actually brings me to my next question. Earlier, I asked Brigie like what her favorite thing was about podcasting.
Okay.
Now that you kind of gotten into it for a little while, you know, you've been on both sides of the microphone. You've been a guest, you've been a host. What's your favorite thing about podcasting?
Oh man. People at the club that listen to it, you'll hear them talking about it and telling their friends about it, not knowing that I'm around. I think people enjoying it and passing it forward. I think that's what I enjoy most.
I love that.
Yeah.
And just people enjoying pickleball, people loving the content that we're putting out. And I mean, it's layman's terms, you know, and people can understand. I don't know. There's something about reaching out and making everyone feel inclusive.
Yeah, very similar to what Uncle and I were saying too about our enjoyment of podcasting around pickleball. And I think you're such a great ambassador for the sport. You are very welcoming and get everybody excited about it as well. For our listeners who may be interested in hearing your podcast, where do you all post? Where can they find you? Give them all the good stuff.
So it's no video. There's it's only audio for now, anyways. Any of the major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Overcast? I don't know. Any wherever you listen to podcasts, except for YouTube. We're not on YouTube. You can also check us out on our Instagram, Pickleballers Next Door. Same on TikTok.
That's awesome. You make it easy for people, and you have great content on your Instagram and your TikTok. You guys do a fantastic job there. I have to ask you, like, if you had to pick like one or two of your favorite guests, and why were they your favorite guests? Who were they?
Well, first, my favorite show is the first one we ever put out, and it
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you. It was multiple guests, so I guess everyone on that show, and it was a pickleball New Year's resolutions. It was just a bunch of people giving us the resolutions, and we just kind of stitched everything together. I think that was my favorite. And then the second one is a guy named JP Parker. Instagram is your boy JPZ. He's the owner of this this pickler, good friend, the Duper advocate I told you about. He's just so good, so easy to talk to, and it's like I'm not even recording. It's just the conversation just flows. I love having him on. So there, and just I want to throw this out there too. There's three of us. So it's me, my buddy Mike, and Christana. So this is kind of how we go. Is they call me Grego, they call him Cocho, and we call her 2-0 because she's a 2-0 at best. She's a very new, very, very, very green pickleball player, and we just kind of wanted to have that newbie greenness in there to ask questions like, what's an Ernie? I don't understand what you guys are even talking about. So
That makes sense. That's
Yeah.
a good, that I like that aspect of it. Yeah.
thank you. It's been a blast. So we've been doing it for 6 months, 7 months. We're in August,
know.
aren't we?
I don't know, but you're
Yeah.
pounding out the episodes. You got a lot of content out there already.
One a week. We're trying to do one a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I was just gonna ask, how often do you post? That's great.
Once a week, every Thursday. Unfortunately, we've missed 2, but we're trying to like not let that happen again.
Vacations happen and life
Yeah.
happens.
And it wasn't vacation. It was just,
Oh,
it was our mess up, and you know, it is what it is. But every
is what it
Thursday, by the time you wake up in the morning, they're ready to go.
well,
Love
I think you're doing a fantastic job, and congratulations on all the success that you've already had with your show.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to see what the future brings.
Well, the future's going to bring you to Vegas. That's what the future's going to bring you.
that.
I mean,
And many more great episodes.
yes, thank you. But always to Vegas in March. Always, I'm always there. So
Oh, that's right. March Madness.
Plan on
March
March
Madness,
then.
my
Yes.
boys trip, and then my boys trip turns into like a little bit of a pickleball thing for me as well.
Oh, we'll definitely hook that up.
Yeah, and you've met them.
I have.
Yeah,
Yeah, both of us have. Both of us. Brigie and I both met them.
Yeah,
Met
that's
all the
right. You
time.
guys met them. Yeah, they came out. I mean, friends, such good friends, right? They don't know anything about pickleball. They think it's for old people, and yet they're still out there watching because I'm playing. I love that.
That's so
They
cool.
were so supportive, and it was so much fun hanging out with them. They were right there with you all the way to the end.
The
So
whole way, yeah.
Yeah.
I love them to death.
And the best part about it, Greg, was everybody knew they were with us, and they were scared to body bag me. Thank you very much for bringing your crew, because
security
like,
guard.
they
Yeah,
took care of me.
absolutely.
They took care of me.
I think your back's healed from that, right? From carrying us.
No, you know, it's the PPA that we won gold in. That's the one we take pride in. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, my knee was so jacked in that tournament. Since then, I've had a partial replacement, but I was wearing this knee brace that was heavy.
You gutted it out. You gutted it out, and we took it home.
We did. We took it home. Everyone was looking at us like, dude, these guys shouldn't be playing with us.
Well, cheers to that.
Yes.
Cheers to the
Cheers.
gold medal. Cheers to Pickleballers Next Door. All your success. You're the best, Greg.
You guys are the best. Thank you for having me on. Seriously, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys.
Well,
I
thank
always
you for
talk about
joining
you guys.
us.
The invitation is always there for you.
Yeah, I always say that you're the ones that got me started.
I love it.
You're my dealer. I don't know. Now I'm a junkie. Thank you. And I love doing this.
Well, thank you again for coming on and joining us. And for all of our listeners, we really appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us at Third Shot. Brigie and I will continue to share our pickleball journey. A real special thanks to Greg for coming back on Third Shot again. Please go check out his podcast. You will enjoy it. Pickleballers Next Door. You'll find it in all the podcast platforms, except for YouTube, all the audio platforms. Go check it out. Instagram, Pickleballers Next Door. You can see all of the pictures that he's posting, some quick vids that he's posting, some really good stuff. And you can support this show by subscribing, and we promise to have more amazing guests just like Greg on future episodes of Third Shot. Let's continue to share our enjoyment for the game and grow this pickleball community together. Greg's the perfect example of that. We're growing it. Thanks a lot, and see you all next time on Third Shot Podcast.
Thanks, guys.